Am I still reverbing when I talk?
What up, guys?
You are not.
Okay, I think we're
You have
good.
to reshare.
Everyone can hear me okay?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Whew.
That took a bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's go to.
All right, so we've got quite a few people that are in chat, so hopefully they join back.
All right, take
Yeah.
two.
I'll,
Chat, show on stream. There you go.
There you go.
All right, so how does it all sound now, guys?
A lot better.
Okay, so what in the fuck were we talking about?
No clue.
Periods.
Something about the periods.
The bloody war.
The bloody
Yes.
war. Did you guys live in Gettysburg, right?
We do.
Yeah, you guys know there was a big war there.
What?
Where's there?
Yeah, it was huge.
Oh, just thought there were a bunch of like coffee shops and stuff.
Yeah, well, I get why it wasn't. You may not know because they didn't have internet back then, so it wasn't live streamed.
Oh,
Sorry, our chat is
That's the
not your
cat.
phone number.
gonna be awesome.
Ooh, no.
Like, had they like TikToked the war, I think more people would have been involved.
Then we would have like known like some cool like Civil War dances.
Yeah, pretty great.
Nice. What is that? What is that doll?
It's a Raggedy Ann doll, but Annabelle. It's all fun.
But it's like a mini Annabelle.
Yeah, it keeps falling.
is it
What's
possessed?
its name?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
What's its name?
I don't think we ever named it, to be honest with you. I can name it, please.
What did you named it? Assy?
No, we didn't name her.
Oh, but you need to come up with one.
Right, please.
Well, I mean, since we're talking about periods, it is a Raggedy Ann doll.
And he's into music. You should call it like John Bovey. So
That's good.
what
Hey,
up?
Brady.
So tell us about the next Parajam.
Sure. So August 29th is the next Parajam, and we changed up the location a little bit. So instead of last year we were at the orphanage, this year we've pivoted to a little bit of a bigger location. Gives everyone a little bit more room, a little bit more. A couple more vendors and things like that. So it's actually about a mile-ish away from the orphanage, the original spot from last year. We're at the Gettysburg Rec Park now. So it'll have
That's great.
2 outdoor pavilions. We have this indoor spot. We have, a couple more speakers than last year. And I believe last year we had about 25 vendors. This year we're probably going to have closer to 40.
Wow, that's huge. And if it's only a mile away from the orphanage, even fatherless kids can walk it,
Yeah.
And that would be great.
You can still look for, Civil War ghost soldiers because it's Gettysburg. So everything is like, haunted.
Yeah. We've been told people about activity out there, so who knows?
Yeah. Bring your equipment if you're coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So for people who live under a really big rock and don't know Gettysburg, tell us some of like the big hot spots in Gettysburg.
Like the paranormal hotspots here in town?
Yeah.
Sure. So then, name a few. You want me to start?
Well, I mean, I have to start by saying the Jenny Wade House and the orphanage are 2 of your favorite places to come when you visit Gettysburg. They are packed with activity and history, and we obviously are very close with them. We host the public investigations there twice a month.
Mhm.
So we bring people in, and we're there from midnight till 2. Sometimes we have combo tours where we take them to both places, and it's a little bit longer.
And they get a big meal.
That they do, and it comes with a toy. It does, and we provide equipment, or you could bring your own. It's whatever you want. But yeah, you definitely get a Happy Meal.
Some other spots in town that are historically haunted. There's 2 outdoor locations that anyone can visit at any time when you're here in town. Sachs Bridge, which was used by both armies coming in and out of town. The Confederate
At the
Army.
same time?
Yeah, at the same time. They
I thought they were polite about it. That's all.
Like, you know,
one of those guys who
stop, like, directing traffic.
put the stop sign, he
Yeah.
flips it, says slow stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those one of those things.
All the old people on Social Security.
Exactly.
So that's always an active spot. That's probably one of the most famous spots in town for people to go just all times of the night. There's no real restrictions per se out there. The other outdoor location that we're big fans of, Black Lantern kind of cut our teeth there, is it's the John Eisenhower Bridge. It's over actually a stone's throw from Sachs. It's on the old Eisenhower Farms property, but it's not battlefield property, so it's still in that gray area where you can go at night. It has the local folklore of being called Suicide Bridge. Nobody's ever killed himself there.
Oh.
It has the that the made up folklore of it, but it is extremely active. We would go there night after night when we first formed with our original members. We've kind of shifted since the beginning with members, but
I mean, even before that, though, before we even lived here,
that's true. Yeah.
Nick and I came to visit. It became one of our favorite, like, visiting places for, you know, birthdays, whatnot, whatever. And he took me to Sachs, and then someone local told us about the Eisenhower Bridge. So we drove out to where you couldn't drive anymore, got out of our car. We started walking down this very dark lane. And mind you, we don't even have equipment because we weren't even really,
We just didn't have a ton at the
we
time.
weren't avid, into Gettysburg Paranormal. We did like the local stops, but so we get out of the car and we hear a rebel yell. And we hear
Billy Idol.
I never ran so fast the other way. I was like, Nick, I can't do this. Like the hairs on my spine. It is really eerie. And when you're there alone, oh my gosh.
And what's strange about it is there's no, like, that bridge wasn't there during the battle. There's no historical significance other than the ground itself being part of the battlefield.
I think that's interesting. You said you went down there with no equipment.
Yeah, the first time we ever went there.
Well, I have equipment, and you could see it all for just $3 a month on OnlyFans. Please subscribe. No, so Andy, so that was like you go down there, you experience it, you witness it, but
yeah,
you're not from Gettysburg.
No. Nope.
Where are you guys from?
So I'll let you go first.
I'm from Northeast Pennsylvania, outside Hazleton in Schuylkill County, in a very, very teeny tiny town called Nuremberg.
Not Germany.
I've heard of that. I've heard of that town, actually.
Yeah. I grew up there. I lived there my whole life until I met this guy. Then I moved to where he's from.
Which I'm initially from outside of Philadelphia, Bucks County area. And yeah.
Butt County?
Bucks.
Oh.
I'm in Montgomery County, guys. I'm in Pottstown, Montgomery County.
Yeah, I'm from outside of Doylestown.
Nice.
Nice. And what's up to Irene, Francesca, Annie?
Hello, everybody.
Paranormal Discussions is in there. Julia. Who else? I think I'm missing Trina. What's up, Trina? Ash. I don't know if Ash and David are back yet. but hopefully it's sounding better. So, why Gettysburg?
Sure. So I kind of the reason for that. I fell in love with Gettysburg. Came to this town when I was 12 on a family trip. We did one of the generic ghost tours that's available in town. And then there's one company that's in town that offers these investigations, and they're very basic, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We going to. There's a building that's still there today. It's the John Reynolds Death House, where it's the first Union general that was killed in the battle. They took him to that house right after he was shot in the head, and he bled out and died there. So we went in. I had never done any investigations before. I've watched some of the TV shows, things like that. But outside of that, I was very novice at that point. And then there was always two locations that they took us to. So we were in the house. We had a couple small things go on. I wasn't 100% on the whole paranormal thing at that point. So I was like, okay, this could be a gimmick. I'm not sure. And then they took us literally right around the corner. And it was just this open field that is right behind this gas station. It's a Liberty gas station down on Steinwire Avenue. And during the battle and afterwards, this little plot of land, which is right on the edge of town, was used as a field hospital. And I remember the tour guide investigators kind of giving us the rundown of it. And I'm, to be honest with you, at that point, I'm kind of rolling my eyes. I'm like, this is just some field in the middle of Gettysburg. This is dumb. But I remember, and it stuck with me, that he's like, well, you guys, here's some equipment. You can go do this, go do that. Take as many pictures as you can. So for some reason, that stuck with me. I was snapping pictures on my phone. And for some reason, I thought, let me just go back and look through them. And like 10 pictures in, I had a full body apparition of a Confederate soldier. I could see the bull. I could see he was on a horse. He was see-through. I mean, I could see the gun. It was, to this day, I've never seen a better piece of photo paranormal evidence ever. I mean, I've seen the stuff on the TV shows and stuff that we've got as a team. I've never seen anything that's come close to it. At that time, put it on my desktop computer crashed. So now it's nowhere to be found.
Oh,
But
no.
from
That's why you should let your computer drive.
Yeah.
But it was the there on out that I was just completely hook, line, and sinker. And then I fell in love with the paranormal and then the history of the town kind of hand in hand right after that. And it became my go-to vacation spot. So then when we started dating, I was like, hey, you ever been to Gettysburg?
Which I had not ever been to Gettysburg. And I don't know why, because we went everywhere, but I never came to Gettysburg. So we came here, and I kid you not, I had tears rolling down my face when we had to leave to go back home. I looked at him and I said, Nick, we need to, that place, that's where we have to be. That is where we need to be. We need to, and we made it happen. Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
That gives me goosebumps.
Well, that's
Hearing
good. That's
that.
something to cheers to. So it's time for spirits to the spirits. I got my cat Morgan. Godspeed, everyone.
I have a body armor.
There you go. Let's do it.
That works.
Spirits,
May
spirits,
our
spirits.
armpits stay infestation free.
So you guys have lived in Gettysburg for how many years now?
So we moved out here 2022. Yeah, so a little over, or coming up, I guess, 4 years at this point.
Seems a little bit longer.
It does. My math there might be wrong.
I
It might
think
be
it's
before.
closer to 5 years, but
Yeah.
we have our
Yeah,
name on it.
You work at a record place.
I do. That was my job even before we moved to Gettysburg. I had living out in Bucks County. Me and my father opened up a record store, and I was kind of at a point in my life where I'm like, I don't know if I really want to stay in this area. Kind of too busy for me. Love Gettysburg, but was also like, oh, maybe pursue the music thing because I'm a musician. But I was like, let's let's roll the dice. Let me open up a second location of the record store, and let's go to Gettysburg. And that's what we did. So I opened up a store.
You got a great woman because she hasn't had the strength to tell you that everything's online now. You don't need records. So
He has a great woman because I tell him, hey, I want this album. And I let him know what the good ones are, you know?
So you get to Gettysburg, you decide to do that. You do Parajam because you're also into music, obviously.
Yep.
So why are you mixing paranormal and music Parajam? What created that idea in your head?
So just being so heavily involved in both. There's a lot of paracoms, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's some fantastic ones around, but I've never seen it kind of mesh the two, and there's really no connection of the two, but there's a really good music scene here in town. Being in music every day with my day job, and then at night, pretty much every night, in the paranormal, it just kind of went hand in hand, and, throughout the members of Black Lantern, we kind of came up with the idea of it. And we went to our partners over at Ghostly Images and said, hey, let's, what do you guys think? And they were all for it. So that was kind of the birth of Parajam.
Well, and so the Black Lantern thing, I think I've asked you this before, but not on this. How did that get started? Was it a DC Green Lantern? Like,
Great.
Just not be racist type thing, or what?
Do you want me?
It was actually just a play on our initials.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, Lantern would seem kind of cool after that.
Yeah.
And we made up a logo and we started doing, little investigations.
Can
you see what?
The logo.
Pull it up.
Do I have it? I usually have it's present not wearing a shirt right now.
Wow, you were pre-fired.
I know. Yeah, so just moving out here, we had always investigated like ourselves privately doing, little investigating.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's cute.
So we'd always done these investigations here and there, and always been into it, and then got her into it, and she'd been into it for a while anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So when we moved out here, we're like, let's try to do this more often, and found a couple like-minded people in town, and we, formed Black Lantern now. Since
Boy, I bet you they regret it.
Well, since that point, we've actually members have shifted, so we have newer members at this point. Now that certain people have went their own way, and all the best to them. But it was just different mindsets and everything like that. So we there's 3 of us from that original birth of Black Lantern, and then we have 2 newer members actually from, I guess, the start of this year. So we're
so they're in the process of being birthed.
They got birthed pretty quick.
Yeah, they did. They're excellent beings.
Yeah, we have 4 members altogether, and then we have a junior member. So we have
like in the process of birthing. Like, what's a junior member?
She's a kid. So Chris, who is our newest member, him and his daughter Skylar would come out to investigations all the time, and we as Black Lantern were extremely impressed by both of them. I mean,
Skylar is fearless.
She's
awesome.
It's incredible to see. I mean, Chris himself, he's a fantastic investigator. But then Skylar, she's 9 years old, and
wow,
she's investigating better than I've seen some professionals investigate. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of a no-brainer when we got to a point where, we had 2 members leave, and it was, what do we do now? I mean, my first thought was Chris and Skylar, and brought it to Lindsey and Jordan. It was a no-brainer at that point. Like, let's absolutely. And since then, it's been fantastic. And actually, one of the things we're going to do at Parajam is it's going to be during the day, but one of the add-ons for Parajam is we're actually going to host a junior investigation, and Skylar is going to lead that.
Nice.
David,
That's
what up, buddy? Hey, so can I join the junior investigation?
You want to-
Absolutely. You
I'll tie
deserve.
shoes to my knees if I need to.
Can you like dress up like a dinosaur outfit?
Please don't do that.
Yes.
I
One vote yes, one vote no.
You know what's going to
Uh,
happen. He loves his outfit.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, and this actually goes MaryLynn, Katie, and especially you two. So you specifically mentioned you got this photo of this guy in a Confederation thing, right? And you were like, wow, this is the most incredible evidence, the most surreal, here it is evidence.
Yeah.
So why not just stop then? Why keep going? If you have found, and this goes to all of you, if you have found that one piece that proves to you in your own mind it is real, why keep searching? Why continue to investigate? Basically, Nick, you start.
I had this question asked.
That was enough. Okay, over to Katie. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Probably not the greatest comparison, but it's the one that works best. And I've never been an addict of anything, but it's.
Oh, you're gonna love Coke.
But people who are addicted, they're always saying, they're chasing the dragon. Kind of like that. I mean, it was the pinnacle right off the bat, and this is crazy. Let me get more. I need more of it. I have to. And
that was his heroin.
It didn't satiate you. It like invigorated you.
Exactly. And I could have easily seen myself going the other way. It was like, this is I'm never going to get.
Did, but that's fine.
But that's why it was. I couldn't. It was a undying thirst I have to research and do all that, and help families out and capture as much evidence as I can.
Okay, well, shut up and let your better half talk.
So I grew up in a house that had a lot of activity that, surprise, surprise, only happened to me.
Really?
No one in my family experienced any of it.
Okay.
I would hear the chairs slide across the room, like from the kitchen from my bedroom. We had tile floor. I would hear them. Like, I would wake up every morning. I would look at the clock and it would be 3:33 on the dot. Like, as a kid, and I would be afraid to look at the clock because I knew what time it was. He would go missing. I would have very vivid dreams. Just crazy stuff. And I would hear my name all the time. Like, I'm now like kind of like a mimic. I don't know what was in my house, but my mom, when I was growing up, she was very into, let's have a psychic parties. So she would like have psychics come over with her friends, and they would, do like little readings. And the one I remember, I was probably maybe 11 or so, and I asked the psychic.
Well,
I
get
said,
your age right, okay?
I'm trying. I still don't have it right. So I said, am I allowed to ask you a question? Because I knew it was just for adults, so I wasn't around for all of it, And she said, I actually wanted to talk to you. And I said, you did? She said, you have something here. I said, yeah, I do. She said, it's almost like a poltergeist. And I'm like, what? Like, what? A poltergeist? Like, that scared me. I was like, what? And she said, it's not going to hurt you. And I'm like, yeah, right. And she's
and
like,
have you already seen the Poltergeist movie?
No, and I will
Okay.
explain why. I never wanted to see it then, and I watched it for the first time last month. Anyway, so I said, she said, it's not gonna hurt you. It plays jokes. It's a jokester. It's a prankster. Well, things got a little. I was afraid to sleep without my light on. Like, I was so scared. My closet door would be open in the middle of the night. I would close it. I'd wake up. It was open. Like, I hated that. I just, whatever. But
so why investigate?
Because it intrigued me so much. I was obsessed with it. I was like, I need to get answers, and I'm not crazy because I started watching the ghost shows. I started, reading more about things. We got, I had the internet, and then I wasn't alone, and I was like, okay, I am now. It opened a portal for me.
Yeah.
I always felt like I had some kind of sensitivity, like not psychic, but weird things happen to me all the time, and it's like
I know you're that guy.
Well, I know, and you know what? And the first day I met him, I said, "That guy's fine." And look at us now. I make things happen.
Irene brings up a point though. Did you have any physical confrontations?
So I woke up once. From a
more
dream.
than that.
I was wondering. Oh, between us or me and the ghost in my house.
Yes.
He. That's why I have a heating pad on for a reason.
Oh.
So, but no. So the weird thing. So like, I had a dream one night that there was this like weird chanting going on, and I kid you not, like I woke up and I was standing in the middle of my bedroom floor, like just out of breath. Like I don't sleepwalk. I don't have physical altercations. I never woke up with scratches there or anything, but like weird things would happen like that. So yeah, so I wanted to know more. Give it all to me. Let me expand my intuition here, and just I believe that we were teamed up
Awesome.
for a reason.
So you both have had these insane experiences, be it a photo, be it actually in life, and you said, this doesn't need to be the end of the story. I want to continue.
Exactly.
Katie, go ahead.
What was the question was?
Unbelievable.
I'm fired. I was so intensely listening to her story, which was awesome.
What, like, have you had this experience where you've had like, verifiable evidence to you that the afterlife exists, but for some reason you still persist in the investigation?
Yeah, well,
and Annie, yes. Everybody say hello to Annie. Yes, that is a Raggedy Ann doll. Its name is John Bovey.
John Bovey.
But continue.
I grew up not having anything happen to me, but things were happening to everyone around me. So I had family members, like my mother saw our dead dog. My grandfather saw a spirit at the top of the stairs, and he had lived in this old Victorian house. And so as a child, I was just storing these stories in my head. But nothing had happened to me until I was 16. And I didn't see a full-bodied apparition. I saw like this pulsing ball of light. And I was like,
when you said 16, you meant like puberty.
Could be, maybe.
Continue.
So that was my first paranormal experience. I saw this pulsing ball of light. I didn't know what it was. It wasn't a traditional spirit or whatever. And so that's when I started, kind of getting into it. And kind of like Lindsey, I kind of grew up in a family that had abilities. My mother and my grandmother had abilities. But it wasn't until I was much older that I discovered that I had abilities. But yeah, now that I've opened myself up to it, I'm having shit happen to me all the time.
Wow. Okay. Hello. Boy, we're still having some issues when we talk, isn't it? It's terrible.
Yeah, is it me? I think it's me.
Log out, turn your computer off, turn it back on, and come back in.
Okay, I'll do that.
We'll see if that works.
You guys continue.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody in the chat? Have you seen a ghost? Have you seen or experienced something that is an actual paranormal event? Paranormal Discussion says they started seeing ghosts at 3.
Wow.
That's pretty young. See, we're still having issues, aren't we?
Yeah, I still hear it a little bit.
Yeah, just
That's
a
so
little bit.
wild. And I don't know why. Well, anyway. Oops, I just shut myself. Okay, there we go. Not shit myself, shut myself. There we go.
That's a big difference.
Irene says, yup. Okay, now that we've established you both have had this experience, despite that, you have continued by creating the Black Lantern Corps. So now the question is, that is a passion, but so is music, right?
Yeah.
So do you feel like there is a connection?
There's a connection because of Parajam.
No,
But
pre that. I mean, Parajam was your idea, right? What brought the idea? What do you feel is that connection?
I think just because I lived both of those things so heavily.
Nick was the big bopper.
See, he told me that he used to have a band, a solo thing, and he was called Big Dick Nick.
Yes. You are absolutely correct.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
But it was a very short list.
It was swing music.
Oh, nice. Swing low, sweet chariots, right?
And he liked to play at balls.
So, what I mean is, do you think, Nick, that
Yeah.
there is, because to me, music is an emotional connection.
Yeah.
Do you think that the afterlife is also an emotional type of connection?
That's a really good question.
No shit. Hey, Louis.
I think it is, but it's in a different way. I mean, for me, like I don't have my music life and my paranormal life have never. There's no connection to whatsoever outside of it. Just I'm doing them. There's no kind of crossover or anything like that. I mean, short answer, yes, but I just think in a much different way because I just at least living the life that I'm living, I don't feel a super similarity between the two of them. Let's put it that way.
Well, that's interesting that you say that. Do you think when it's tough to say because like music is something that you can enjoy now.
Yeah.
The afterlife is something you don't really start to embrace, right? Like you don't start counting the hours until they're running out. So do you think that's one of those things where you can emotionally connect to music because it's right now, but you have this thriving for what comes next, but you haven't quite embraced it yet until the time is there?
It's definitely possible. I mean, it's a really good point that you're making. I mean, but it's possible. Let's put it that way. I mean, I don't know. I would say again, like you said, maybe I haven't gotten to that point yet or anything, but it's definitely possible. I mean, what you're saying makes sense for sure.
So, MaryLynn, what about you?
Let me get Katie back in. So for me, it's mine started whenever I was 4, and I just feel like I keep going because I still want to find more. It's almost like it is an addiction. You just want to keep and just trying to help people and try to figure out what else is out there. It's like, okay, I saw it here. Is it really happening over here? And it's just a continuation. It's nonstop. So I enjoy the chase.
Nice.
There's so many different levels of it, like so many different theories, and it's just incredible when you really sit down and think. Like oh, they think that this could be like, even to your point, Mike, when you said about emotions and heaven, or afterlife, whatever. I mean, do we on this plane right now find things to soothe us, and then when we pass on, envision what soothes us, and that's our reality?
Right.
So it's just very interesting, and the evidence we capture when we do get those straight answers from intelligent spirits, people's stories, that alone, I mean, it just compiles such an amazing platform of ideology and experiments, and it's truly its own thing, right? Like the paranormal, it's more than just people, looking for ghosts. It's a whole entire research that you're just passionate about, and it's a real thing. And I think people get so distracted and forget that, like, we're here to do this for these reasons, and they let all the outside noise kind of take over, and that's sad. I like to just stay focused, and it makes me feel good. Like, I love the way that I can view the world, knowing and feeling that I know there's more,
Yeah. MaryLynn, you want to answer that question?
Answering the question, the clouds on the ceiling.
Yes.
Yeah, that is my Harry Potter, because I'm very much into Harry Potter. So it has lights up in there, so I can actually do a lightning storm.
that is cool.
So my room is nothing but Harry Potter.
Cool.
And
so she loves Harry Potter. So with that, you had mentioned, you're kind of like looking, right? You get into it because you're looking for something, right? Like that's why you get into the paranormal. And I think it's one of those things where we have to start looking internally, right? Because it's really interesting, because I've had some older family members that have since passed, but they were terrified of the paranormal and terrified of death, right? And then it makes you go, well, just because you're into the paranormal, that doesn't mean you're not afraid of dying. It just means you're more interested in to find out what comes next, right? But that in its fear, right? Because we're basically having to admit to ourselves that we don't know.
Yeah.
Right? And it's more or less not a quest to find out what comes next. It's more of a quest to say, hey, is what I'm doing now mattering to what comes next?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, Nick, are you worried at all that you're going to, if there's a heaven, you're going to get up to St. Peter and he's going to go, records? Really?
Waiting for the punchline to come in.
But I mean, have you thought about that? Like, have you thought about, okay, well, the actions that I've taken in my life,
Sure.
Absolutely.
is that really going to matter? And is that why, like, when we do these investigations, we come across these entities, these spirits, these people who are stuck in some type of trauma? Do you think that's because they never realized what itself, or what was going to matter to them?
Yeah, I mean, something's keeping them there. Let's put it that way. And whether it's
Like broccoli.
Nick's gonna be stuck here forever because he hates broccoli. I
broccoli.
tell him, guaranteed the pearly gates, but this guy won't eat it. So
Can we just cue the Sarah McLachlan music now? I will remember you.
No, I mean, but it's a good point. I mean, it's a field of research that really makes you think outside of the moment when you're doing said research. And then again, it makes you think again, what is there waiting for you when you are done? I mean, when I got into this, I was probably as far to the end of the meter as it could be of, I don't, when you're dead, nothing happens. Well, obviously that's not the case because, we're capturing these people and these entities in their afterlife form. So, something has to happen afterwards. And, as you do more research and it's kind of shifted my whole personal belief on what happens after you die. I mean, me and Lindsay have this conversation all the time. When we first met, I didn't believe in a said higher power. It's kind of completely shifted since then because again, it's seeing things firsthand and seeing how things react to A, B, and C. It's it doesn't make sense if there wasn't something else. So,
Well, before I completely mindfuck you, let's go ahead and let the ladies finish up. What do you got in regards to afterlife and why or what it means to us as far as what comes next?
Well, I mean, I always go back to reincarnation every single time. I believe that we're in these meat suits, and we're not meant to be in these meat suits. And when we see spirits or ghosts, they're one or two things is going on. Either they're here for a reason, or they're what we call stuck, which I hate using that term, but so I believe that we're not meant to be stuck in these meat suits. We're meant to go off and be free spirits and fly around and be free. And when we do come back into another meat suit, which I believe we do, that kind of goes back to reincarnation. And everything for me always goes back to that because I do believe in that. And if you do it right, you don't come back. Because that's the whole point. The whole point is you're not supposed to. So that's kind of my belief.
Did they forget chopsticks again? Sorry.
Dinner.
Yeah, and they never bring you chopsticks, man.
Mine kind of tags on to Katie's because for me, it's like if you're doing everything that you're supposed to, the spiritual wise, to me, you can move on and become a guide, or you can move on. But if you're not doing things and you're not on that spiritual level and doing things right, then you have to keep coming back. But I'm also kind of looking at, so as a psychic, we are seeing these things, but what if we're seeing things in another realm and it's not really the people who have passed, but we're just seeing semblances of them? And it's just something in another realm altogether. So we could have our mind blown when we pass on, and it's like, oh, there is nothing. So I think that's why we all continue to investigate. That's why we continue to look and search for answers.
That's all good. And paranormal discussions kind of very fits that. When he said, dang it, what did he say? Can you bring it up on screen? Paranormal discussions. Yeah, I fear dying, but I think it's more about me leaving my son Brandon alone. He has special needs, and yes, there's people in place to care for him, but still. So you feel like you have this attachment that wants to keep you here, right? In other words, a purpose, right? So this is where I'm gonna blow up your mind a little bit, Nick. There is obviously a distinct possibility that there is nothing left. That what you are doing here is it. Now, I will say I do belief is the key word here, which means I don't know, I just believe, right? That there is more. And reincarnation to me makes a lot of sense. And however, science does play a part in this, which is the knowledge part, right? In the fact that they've been able to prove that initially they thought that the universe was only 12.3 billion years old, right? And as it expands, we can only see the past. So we can see up to 45 billion light years away. But we can't see past that. Now, this is the trick. We, as a human, have limitations. So we can only see and believe in the universal existence up to 45 billion light years. We can't see past that because we physically do not have the capability. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Sure.
Right? So what that also means is that humans, as a religion, or not as a religion, as a species, and I guess even religiously, that doesn't mean that we had to have started here on Earth. There's nothing to say that in these 12.3 billion years or the 45 billion years in which we can visibly see that our species hasn't gone from solar system to solar system to
Sure.
galaxy to galaxy. We're only on Milky Way right now, right? That's our galaxy. Our solar system, we're it on Earth. Then that doesn't mean that we couldn't have gone, a billion years ago, we could have been on Mars or on Venus until the planet's life cycle itself burnt out.
Exactly.
They've already found a meteorite that's like 2 billion years old that had human DNA on it.
Wow.
Now, it's very easily, it could have just beamed somebody as it came in, okay?
Right. But no, it's an interesting point. It really is.
Yeah.
And also, we also have to think about the fact that we're not the only, Homo sapien wasn't the only Homo here. There were 6 different species of Homos. Okay? We're the only Homos that made it.
Yeah.
Right.
If you really think about it, so that's not to say that they would have been considered alien at this point if they were to be reintroduced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And who's to say that there aren't alien species like they've talked about? There's aliens that could be just a different form of inhabitation. For example, we have to go through reincarnation. Who's to say they haven't developed a doll-like body so reincarnation is no longer needed? They just continue.
Yeah.
But at that point, if we were in doll-like bodies like Raggedy Ann, like John Bovey up there,
Yeah.
would the paranormal still exist?
That's a great point. That's because there would be no more flipping through realms, right? Like, unless we could astral project still out of our.
Sorry, paranormal discussions. Continue, sorry.
No, I was just saying, technically they wouldn't leave that structure unless they wanted to, right? Like projection or, freedom to roam around, that would be a neat concept as well.
Another prime example is there's a science fiction show. And Michelle Russ is in there. I'm not sure how I'm saying it. Russ or Russ?
I think it's Bruce.
Russ?
I think so.
Her, Irene. I'm sure you guys have met Irene.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We love Irene.
We love you.
Fucking gorgeous, right? So
Fantastic.
there's a science fiction show called Altered Carbon.
Okay.
Okay.
Have any of you seen it?
No.
Heard of it.
Absolutely watch the first season. Basically, the gist is they discover a way to keep your entire consciousness on a chip.
Mm.
And so as your body dies, they can literally, as long as you've got the money, they can just re-implant you into the base of a spine of another body.
That's crazy.
And that is where Nick's been listening to these podcasts with exorcist priests and stuff. And this one he listens to said something similar and said that that's demonic.
Yeah, this guy's a psychopath, but it was just it was interesting to hear.
Yeah. So it's just, we just listened to it yesterday. So it's just weird that you're saying that right now. I'm not calling you a demon. I mean, maybe you are. Who knows? You know, whatever.
They typically say you're more likely to find semen than a demon, but you never know.
You never
There
know.
it is. Was waiting for it.
I had to pick the
Every
right time.
podcast. Anyway,
But you're right. So I guess what I'm trying to say is there's so much more quantumly involved. You know, because right now, I mean, if you think about it, you go back to, you know, the Roman, Greek, they had no idea what stars were.
Right. Right.
You know, Edgar Allan Poe had a giant forehead.
and interestingly enough, the only thing I know about Altered Carbon is that he was a character in that show, right? Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
But his
Yes.
What did the thing take the mystery and like the adoration out of, you know, what we do? If like you could just keep reinserting or whatever, like I just feel like that would just suck because it wouldn't be like, you know, like oh, okay, that's it.
You'd be the same person over and over again and just a different unit.
Different unit, yeah. But
Yeah,
would
and
that
you-
consciousness remember?
Right.
Yeah.
Good point.
You know, if you were inserted into a new body every time, would that consciousness remember every time? Shit, here I am in another body.
yes, that in Altered Carbon, that's basically the thing. It does remember. You remember every iteration.
But that's the whole thing. Does it actually grow, though? Does it have the challenges of growing as a...
Right. You
Right.
would lack that. But
Right.
the same could go for an alien, for example, that could be potentially living in a dull body for eternity,
True.
which in its own right can bring up its own problems, right? Like they talk about Highlander, but I mean, just think about how difficult it is now for us, and we live, you know, 77 years on average, I think is the average. But a dog who is a beloved companion only lives 5 to 10.
They're too precious for this world.
Right.
I agree.
But imagine living forever.
No.
That
I
sounds. That
wouldn't want
doesn't.
to.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
You say that, but that's exactly what we're saying we do over and over again. Only we make it worse. We make
Sure.
it worse because we have to continuously die by alternative means over and over again while still living through that.
And restart. We have to
Yeah, and
push
that
the
goes, that goes back, I guess, to the one law of thermodynamics, that energy can either be created or destroyed. So if you buy into that theory, then we never die. So
Right.
all those spirits that are out there floating that will never be destroyed, are they thinking the same thing? Oh God, I'm still here?
Yeah.
So the meat suit expires. So that way the soul doesn't die. The meat suit expires. It's just done.
Yeah.
Right. The
Have
meat
you-
suit expires.
See the movie
But
Soul?
what if,
It's from a Disney movie.
which
It's
one?
really a really cool little theory of that. I look into it. It's called Soul.
Oh,
And
I
it-
heard that.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
It's my favorite thing. But yeah.
But here's an interesting take on that is what if we, this as beings, what if we thought that exact same thought like a billion years ago, right? But the majority of them decided, no, we just want to be ourselves forever. So they create a doll-like body, right? They don't have to go through this anymore. But the people that decide, no, that just sounds unethical, it sounds immoral, it sounds against are being against life, they send us here, almost like a prison.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like Australia.
Yeah. What if we're all Australians? Hey, Angela, by the way. But it's the God's honest truth. What if we're literally stuck like a prison? So we're literally having to start all over again, live and learn everything all over again. I mean, look at how far technology has come, right? I mean, we're just now getting to the point where we're wanting to deal with artificial intelligence, which is literally creating a sentient being with a doll body.
Mhm.
That can think for us.
Yeah. I see
I mean,
where the
it's pretty
mouth
wild.
here. It's it.
It's,
And this dude's selling records.
It doesn't even need to look on Discog. It just knows.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have an answer.
I don't know. Personally, I'll just keep dying. Like, I'm fine with that.
Haunt somebody in a paranormal experiment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So where can we,
let me ask
if
you this then.
somebody wants to find you guys, where can they look for you?
What's that?
Gettysburg.
In Gettysburg.
Oh, yeah.
So what websites, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, what are your,
So Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok we have, and it's all under Black Lantern Paranormal. If you just put that in, our little logo that came up, that'll come up, but it'll take you to all our stuff.
There's also the Gettysburg Parajam.
Yeah, it's a separate
That's on Instagram
and Facebook.
and Facebook.
so if anybody
Facebook.
wants to get tickets, those are still available?
For Parajam tickets are probably going to go on sale here. What's March? I would say probably by the end of March. We're still.
How much are they? How much will they be?
They're like $10.
$10. We think, yeah. So
We're fine. We're getting the ticket link together here, so it should be going live shortly. And anyone interested, like in our investigations, we post our schedule on our Facebook and Instagram, and usually make a little video that goes up on our TikTok, advertising for each one coming up. And those tickets are all sold through Ghostly Images. We keep those investigations small and all that. But yeah, definitely keep an eye out on Black Lanterns and the Parajam page for the ticket link, because again, that'll be going live soon. And we have most of the speakers and everything all announced, and all the musicians announced. We're hoping for maybe a couple special announcements as we get closer.
and if anyone out there hears us and wants to apply to be a vendor,
We have a couple spots still
we're
available.
really looking for like unique, different, standout vendors. We would love to hear from you.
Mhm.
If you'd like to, get more information, just reach out to us.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, we have I think it was 6-ish spots left.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Nice.
Anyone's
I
interested?
started making tambourines out of cut off foreskin. Would that work?
I thought you were gonna say tampons, and I was like, yes.
We're going to be there, so it works. There you go.
Great.
So Mike will be the MC for the Parajam, right?
Right? Exactly.
Am I?
You are.
We'll figure. Oh yeah,
Okay.
why not?
Okay, yeah. If I am,
Well,
that's
I thought
fine.
that was
Yeah.
already. And I'll be doing my paintings there.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna get one this year.
Okay.
Like for real.
Yeah,
every
tell me
time.
choose your 3 colors and let me know, and I'll do it for you.
Okay, sounds
A
great.
hot commodity.
Mm-hmm.
You emceeing actually sounds like a great. I'm gonna probably shoot you a
I
message.
really do like that.
It sounds like a fun
actually.
idea.
I love that idea.
Yeah. So it's
Whatever
definitely
you guys want.
appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we're still I mean the whole skeleton of the event is set up, and we're waiting here a couple things here and there, and again obviously the tickets and all that, but
The
Well,
dollars
let's hope we
make
don't find that skeleton under John Wayne Gacy's basement.
but yeah,
And you
it should-
guys said there's some investigations too as part of the Parajam?
we're gonna have 2. Once the link's live, there's gonna be a bunch of add-ons that you can do. There'll be the 2 investigations at the orphanage during the day. The one will be kind of for anyone. The second one will be kind of geared more towards juniors, and Skylar's going to take the lead on that one. They have Ghostly, when I say they have a couple other add-ons that we're finalizing now, maybe like a haunted bus and things like that. I don't want to give away too much as we're trying to figure those things out. That's why the tickets haven't been out yet. But we probably have, I don't know, about 6 other add-ons that you can get in addition to just the actual Parajam ticket that gets you into the event, gets you access to the speakers that we have and the musicians and all the vendors. And then we'll have about, again, those 6 other little add-ons. And then the last one, I believe, the 6th one I know for sure is we're hosting an investigation that night at both buildings. It's one of the combo investigations of Jenny Wade and the Mich. So 3 investigations.
Nice.
Really want to do all 3, and absolutely can.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Love it.
So you want me to pop up our schedule?
Sure.
Okay. Can you see it?
Nope. We're at a bunch of places, it looks like.
Yes.
Starting next
See us
week.
at any of these places. However, actually, leave this up for a second. So I'm going to go over these. So the first one is Fairbanks House. You can actually meet MaryLynn. She will be. Are you doing the paintings there?
I am doing, no, I'm doing a gallery reading. And I'm going to be
Well,
doing
this
that with
bitch-
Misty Gaither.
Okay, so gallery reading. Get a gallery reading by MaryLynn there. Next, I can't see because she's changed the shit on here. Put it back. There it
Lone
is.
Star.
Oh, Lone Star. Okay. Lone Star Paracon is next. So Lone Star, forget it. We'll be there. It's going to be fun, but I think they're all sold out.
Yes, they are.
April 9th and the 10th is Cajun. Oh, before we get to that, March, is it the 12th and the 13th is the Searchers at
At the Gothic Jail.
Gothic Jail. Yep.
and Katie will be there as well, correct?
Yes. Yeah. I produce those shows, so I'll be along on that whole tour. And the first stop is Gothic Jail in DeRidder, Louisiana.
Are you going to be doing tarot there?
No.
No?
Nope.
And no more rub and tugs, right?
No more what?
Rub and tugs? Right? That's not no. Okay.
No.
Moving forward. Next will be Cajun Country, which is going to be in Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana. And we will be doing, MaryLynn will be doing intuitive paintings. I will be there doing the MC work a little bit. And we will be doing the VIP pizza party, karaoke, and an investigation the day before, correct?
That Friday night, yes.
Okay, perfect. Let's see here. That's on April 9th through 10th, and I think there's still tickets available. May 1st and the 2nd is Booze on the Battleship. Oh, and Booze on the Battleship is actually run by Miss Katie herself. And Steve, the human who loves toast, will be there with a special guest. He's heard somebody else is going to be there, and he doesn't like it. And he's going to be after that person. However, if you make it to Wilmington, North Carolina, Steve is going to be leaving a couple of these oh, here, put up the camera. A couple of these bad boys. If you can find one, Steve will leave you a special present in exchange. But you have to find them on the battleship. He's going to hide them.
Oh, I didn't see those yet. How are you going to clue me in on that?
I wasn't. This is a Steve only secret.
Gotcha.
So yeah, check that out. And after that is, and that's on May 1st through 2nd. We have Broadhead Brawl. I will be the master of ceremony for the Wisconsin Beard Brawl at Broadhead Manor on the 6th. And Katie and MaryLynn, they will be. Where the fuck are they? Where are you guys at?
It's
Oh,
a
Rhodes Motel. Yes, you'll be at Rhodes Motel, which is an amazing place, by the way. That's also on June 6th. You're gonna freaking love that. She's doing the intuitive paintings there as well. That's in Indiana. And then what's after that? Oh, Gettysburg on January 24th and 25th. That's the Battlefield Bash. MaryLynn will be doing the intuitive paintings there. I've been working on this incredible interpretive nipple dance, so my hope is it'll be ready to go by then.
Can't wait.
We
August
got you
29th,
shirtless in the last one, so.
right? August 29th will be Parajam number 2. I'm very excited for that, which you all listening have discovered that I will be the MC, I guess. So it's going to be phenomenal. And intuitive paintings, of course. That's August 29th in Gettysburg. September 12th will be the main Paracon and HorrorCon. September 19th is the Underworld Culture Con. That is in New Jersey, I think, somewhere like that. Connecticut.
The Underworld is in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Oh, it's in Scranton, Pennsylvania, next to the office, right?
Yes.
Oh, it says it right underneath there, and I can't even read it. October 3rd and 4th is Rock Island, Illinois.
Woohoo!
We'll be there for that. I will be the master of ceremonies there. MaryLynn will be doing her paintings. October 10th and 11th is our last one, which is the Cryptids and Legends Con, where you'll be able to get. Where the hell is that at?
That one is in Indiana.
Okay, so there you go. There's Indiana. We'll be back there. And that's everything. If you didn't catch any of that, I don't care. Fuck off. That's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Right. So do you want me to play us out, or what are we doing here?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's all I got. Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
for joining us, guys.
Thanks so much for having us. I love
Let's,
talking with you.
Yeah, let's
Thanks
kind
for
of have you
excellent
back
guests.
when we don't have so much static shit going on.
Yeah, we'll
Absolutely.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.